And it just feels right to be back talking about Doctor Who this time of year, because back a year ago, we were discussing David Tennant returning to the role that, made him who he was, brought Doctor Who back to a point where it was known in the national or international context of things, yes, returning to the role and besmirching his legacy, and then also setting up for, yes, Ncuti Gatwa's otherwise unsuccessful run as the 15th Doctor. But now we can come back with a full season under his belt, right ahead of the 15th series debuting, and nobody really knows, because this new Christmas special that's coming out, nobody really cares about it, because guess what, spoiler, Ncuti cries, and he has a fun, jokey presence, because that's the only thing that he can do as an actor, and he can't really comport himself appropriately, emotionally speaking, to a scene that should otherwise be more reserved in presentation. But Joy to the World is most assuredly going to be the lowest viewed, not just Christmas special, I would argue episode of Doctor Who ever. I think that we'll probably get to that point where we're finally below 3 million viewers. Because it got within that close in Series 14, if you remember. Because taking a look, so you got your +7s, you got your overnights, I think we'll finally, I don't know if we'll finally get an under 2 overnight, because it's a Christmas special after all, and it's still an institution, even as bad as the product has been in the UK. So there's a possibility that we get below that 2.02, but I think, the +7s below 3, I think that is very, very likely to happen, especially with how bad this trailer is. And I won't play it, because last time I played a trailer on here, I ended up getting dinged for it. So I want you guys to see this in a timely fashion, because we'll have more than an opportunity to joke about this in the very near future. The trailer for the 2024 Doctor Who Christmas special, Joy to the World, has been released, featuring Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor and Nicola Coughlan as a guest companion, Joy. See, guys, it's so nice in the way that this is being pitched. It's the first non-white TARDIS ever. Oh my god, it's so awesome. And why is nobody watching? When Joy checks into the London Hotel in 2024, she opens a secret doorway to the Time Hotel, discovering endangered dinosaurs and the Doctor. But the deadly plan is unfolding across Earth just in time for Christmas. Where has the Doctor been? What is going on in Joy's hotel room? An old enemy of the Doctor's is lurking in the wings. Oh, is it Susan Technologies? And then the name blurts out, and then it's Sutek, and that's so great, because Sutek's been riding on the outside of the TARDIS the entire time that the Doctor's been around. God, that was so stupid. Can the Doctor save Christmas and everywhere all at once? See, get it? We're referencing something that's far more successful and exciting than our own legacy project. It's great. The episode is written by Stephen Moffat. And he promises this time, guys, don't worry, it's the last one that I'm writing, so they can market this as a Christmas special, and also Stephen Moffat's final script that he's going to be writing for Doctor Who, because honestly, you can market it that way, but then there's also not going to be a lot of other opportunities to write your next script for Doctor Who. And it will premiere, yes, on Christmas Day on BBC One and on the iPlayer and Disney Plus, and we will be talking about that. Oh, don't you worry. But if you recall, in the aftermath of Series 14, and especially in the lead up to it, right? Because Russell T Davies has been very vocal about returning to the franchise and morphing it into some unrecognizable disaster, that there were prospects, man. There were plans in place to create a Whoniverse where you'd have a multitude of different stories to tell, a bunch of different spin-offs that were in development, including this one. Doctor Who spin-off gets first look and exciting update from Russell T Davies. Wasn't there one that was including what was it, a Wakanda Forever actress or something like that? I don't know, man. It's very British looking. New Doctor Who spin-off series is coming. Sure it is. And has just concluded filming, meaning that Russell T Davies can't be too far away. Helmed by showrunner RTD, The War Between the Land and Sea. Yes, this is the one that we talked about before. We'll follow the events of the multinational war caused by the return of the Sea Devils, a villain from the most recently featured in a special episode featuring the 13th Doctor. Oh, great. Way to just go ahead. Oh, it was from Loki. No, my mistake. Go ahead and reference Jodie Whittaker's era, where things they had already been going wrong for the last 2 seasons. The 12th Doctor's run, but 13th was when everybody was like, I'll give it a chance. Oh, right, the first episode's AIDS, so won't be coming back for the second. With an ensemble cast including Gugu Mbatha Raw. Yeah, she was Ravonna Renslayer in Loki. That's the Marvel actress, not from Wakanda Forever. My mistake, sort of. Russell Tovey from Being Human, and George Robinson from Sex Education. Oh, yeah. former pals of Ncuti Gatwa on that project. The War Between the Land and Sea was first announced at San Diego Comic-Con in July. Oh, that's when we would have talked about this. Now, just after a few short months, including 80 total days of filming, that's a pretty quick turnaround depending on how many episodes there are. Filming is officially wrapped. Davies revealed the exciting news himself in a selfie on Instagram. It's interesting how there's no studios announcing this, but that kind of plays into what we're going to be talking about next. That's a wrap. The War Between the Land and the Sea ends its shoot after 80 days. Davies also praised the cast and crew, adding that the completed show would be astonishing. Well, yeah, Series 14 was awfully astonishing as well, just not for the reasons that you would hope. Surprisingly absent of Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor, the spin-off series still has plenty of appeal. Does it? Especially for older Doctor Who fans. You remember? Yes, key jangling, meta references, the stuff that frustrates and disincentivizes anybody from engaging with a modern take on any franchise. Yeah, that's great. The main villains, the Sea Devils, were first introduced back in 1975 and haven't appeared since 2022 when they faced off against the 13th Doctor. The War Between the Land and Sea also features UNIT, military organization. That also has its roots in classic Who, yes, after debuting in 68. Yeah. Although no release date has been confirmed, the series will air on BBC One as well as Disney Plus sometime in 2025. And that's very interesting, right? Because they have all of this production, they have all of this material, but nowhere to put it because, oh boy, a fool would doubt Doctor Who's future, but admits BBC is still non-committal, and we're talking about RTD after all of the already contracted series have been released. Interesting. Russell T. Davies has reiterated the Doctor Who's immediate future beyond 2025 remains uncertain, yet he declared a fool would doubt Doctor Who's future. Right, yeah, because you take a look at those ratings and you think, guys, you would be a fool not to review this, and I guess you could just get the name calling out of the way to begin with in order to lay some fertile ground as to call everybody bigots when this is ultimately cancelled. Speaking on Radio Force Today program, Davies said that the BBC has not yet committed to a third series featuring Ncuti Gatwa, and the decision on whether to move forward will depend on the network's evaluating following Series 15 in 2025. Now, I remember the last time we talked about this, and it's funny how we're coming up on the special, and there's no, hype or any sort of promotion behind this by saying that don't worry, you can get excited for investing in the Christmas special coming out, because not only do we have a 15th series, but we got a 16th or 17th coming out as well, because Doctor Who is a legacy brand that we respect over here at the BBC. Just about got that out without breaking character for a moment, but no. Something that I've been referencing throughout this year because I find the quote to be highly hysterical was Russell T. Davies saying, well, no studio, no company ever greenlights additional seasons, okay, of something until it's already done, okay? They never do that. That's just standard industry practice. Meanwhile, House of the Dragon, think of whatever you will of season 2, has already been greenlit for season 3 and 4. The entire series has been given the go-ahead by HBO because it has performed so exceptionally well. But no, that's not the way that they do it at the BBC and also at Disney as well, so you can't just say that it's a UK thing. Well, we don't know if there's a third series yet, but season 15 will go out in the summer of 2025. Oh, and then they'll decide. The BBC will decide as well its future, but I'm happy to stay with it. I love it, and it's more fun than anything else. Well, at least you're having fun, because the audience sure as shit isn't. Davies also reflected on the co-production deal with Disney Plus. It's a lovely experiment. We've had a great time. Well, at least somebody has for that $100 million that you got for those anniversary specials that were just abysmal. The use of experiment and has fueled speculation that Disney partnership could be ending after next year, yes, which aligns with a Deadline article from early in 2024. Yeah, where they were talking about, oh boy, this was a mess. And when Disney starts penny pinching on a project, you know that things are bad, because they are more than willing to back absolute tripe. However, despite all the uncertainties, Davies expressed confidence with the resilience of Doctor Who as a franchise. It's a fool who would doubt Doctor Who's future. I think it's like 61 this year. You think it's like 60? Dude, you're in charge of this shit. And I don't know. I think it's like 61 or something like that. Maybe he's being facetious. Maybe this clip, or maybe this quote is taken out of context. Okay, but it's like you just celebrated the 60th anniversary, and you think that it's like 60. Anyways, and yes, I would love. Oh, I would have found some different shape, some different form. There is a version that would go out late at night on BBC Three. Yeah, you'd probably make it even more gay, even more insufferable than you already have, because bro, Doctor Who, it's as dead as a doorbell, okay? Because I've talked about this time and time again, even on my part of the world, okay? I had friends who were Whovians who were very much entrenched in the product around the time of the 50th anniversary. You could not go anywhere to any sort of entertainment distributor without seeing Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. He was everywhere. It was the role that put him on the map, and he also helped take this and explode its international popularity, because guess what? The show was good. It was speaking to universal values, which led a lot of people to go back and take a look at those old back catalog works, and yeah, also realize that this was a show made for the widest audience possible by speaking to those archetypal stories, those archetypal values that are universal across all good stories. But now what are we talking about? We're talking about racist people that don't want to get saved and would rather be killed by some infiltrating force because they're too racist. Telling a repurposed Last Jedi story about how the companion, oh yeah, she's going to be somebody, but not at the end. No, she's actually nobody. That's fantastic. Or key jangling old beloved villains and repurposing them in ways that nobody will defend. Yeah, no, a Doctor Who is fine. You would be a fool to doubt it. But yes, the only fool here is RTD, and he's got the pen, and a big reason why Doctor Who will be cancelled at the end of 2025. Oh well. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, for one.